to my channel. Today I'm doing a first impressions on the 36-piece brush set by BH Cosmetics. I did also purchase the 24-piece brush set because they were just on an unbeatable deal. I got them for about $80 delivered from the USA and they came within about a week and a half. $80 for so many brushes. I just couldn't pass it up. I am feeling a little under the weather today, so I do apologize. I'm not as enthusiastic as I usually am, but I was really excited to show you these and I wanted to share them with you before I start using them. All of the brushes in this set are synthetic. For me, that's a positive because animals were harmed, etc, etc. So the fact that they wash easy and they dry quicker. So the 36-piece brush set comes in this pleather case with this quilted pattern on it. Comes with this little latch here that you can just open like this, and it unravels a lot of times with all of these. They don't even fit on the camera, all of these brushes. These are all 36 brushes here. I have put them in order, so I'll go through them with you and just give you an overview. On first impressions on unboxing the 36-piece brush set, the smell is quite strong and plasticky, I guess you could say. I'm sure it will fade over time. I think the packaging itself is really cute with this little clasp here, and like it's a big lot of brushes. Like, if you can't tell, like this is like a clutch pretty much. It's pretty big. Upon opening it, all the brushes were actually wrapped in plastic, but I have unwrapped them. The bag looks like this. It has this flappy bit up the top to keep the brushes protected, and then a separate one for the fan brush at the end. They all have this gunmetal finish color in the stem. Most of them are the darker color bristles, whereas some of them do have this lighter leniency to them. I'm a bit disappointed because they don't actually have names or numbers on them. They just have the BH Cosmetics logo. But I guess you can live without it. The first brush it comes with is an eyebrow brush. These are pretty stock standard, and along with the spoolie. The spoolie does have a bit of a bend to it. I'm assuming it's meant to be like that. But yeah, these are pretty stock standard in any brush set you get. The next brush is a small fan brush, and it just looks like this. It's not very dense, as you can see. I can put my finger through it. It's just a little fan brush. Next brush is another stock standard one. It's just one of these eyeshadow sponge brushes, but yeah, I don't really use these. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, not a big fan. The next brush is a little eyeliner brush. It comes with a little cap, but the tip is very small, and yeah. Then an angled eyeliner brush. This one looks fine. And there is a rounded eyeliner brush. Now, I haven't used one of these before, so I'm interested to give this one a go. Yeah, should be fun. It comes with one of the bent eyeliner brushes. I've never used one of these before. They say that it's easier to apply it with. Maybe it is. I don't know. We'll see. Next one is a small smudger brush. So I don't know how this will go. It's meant to be, it is quite stiff and it is quite dense for how small it is. So it should work pretty well, I guess, for underneath the eyes and yeah, wherever you want to smudge. Then there is a small angled liner brush. So in this set, there's a lot of small brushes compared to the big ones. So these are the different ones here. The density is about half of the normal one. Again, a rounded eyeliner brush. This one is bigger, however. Yeah, again, similar, just a different size. Then there is a flat liner brush. I haven't used one of these before. I'm interested to see how they work. It is quite stiff and dense. This eyeliner smudger brush, which is this rubbery consistency on top. It's not actually a brush. So I guess it's good for smudging eyeliner, I guess, obvi. How would you clean one like this? I don't know. Just a random question. Then there is this round angled smudge brush. It is just round, very dense, and just on an angle. So I don't know what you'd use this for either, but I'm sure I'll find a use along the way. This one is a lip brush. Typically could be just an eyeshadow brush, or maybe like an inner corner brush, or even a under eyebrow highlighter brush. I'd probably use it for that rather than a lip brush because I don't tend to use lip brushes that much. This one is a concealer brush. So I don't know about you guys, but I tend to use my concealer brushes just for eyeshadow because they are very good to pack the eyeshadow on, especially with pigments. This one here is a short smudge brush. So I don't know about this one. It is very round, very short. I don't know how typically good it would be for smudging. I'll probably use it just to pack on eyeshadow once again. I don't know about smudging with this one. Then there is a small concealer brush. I don't know why there's another concealer brush. So this is the difference between the normal and the small concealer brush. I don't know why you need a big one and a small one, but yeah, as I said, probably use them for eyeshadow. Smudge brush. This one is, I would more so call it like a pencil brush actually. It's the shape of it. It is again quite dense, and yeah, I haven't got one of these, so I'm pretty excited to give one of these a go. Small smudge brush. Again, the difference, the small one seems a little bit more pointy and not as stiff actually, a bit less dense. So that's the difference between them two. And we have a crease brush. Now this is a lighter brown color. The bristles aren't as soft as the other ones. Then I have a flat shadow brush. Bristles feel much softer than the crease brush. It is very fluffy for a flat shadow brush. That's why I prefer to use more of the concealer brushes, especially because I use a lot of pigments. So I don't want them flying everywhere, and I think they would with this brush. Round flat shader brush. So as you can tell, it is very flat and it is very dense. I don't know what you'd use this one for. I guess I'll find a use eventually. This one is a typical eyeshadow brush. Very, very similar to the concealer brush. It's just a little bit wider. That is the only difference I can really see. It is more dense, it is more stiff. Yeah, that's about the only difference though. You can never have too many eyeshadow brushes. This one here is an angled shadow brush. So typically like the other shadow brush, pretty much the same exact size, just on an angle. This one is the blending brush. So looking at it next to the crease brush, it does fan out a little bit more. The crease brush is more dense. It's not as stiff as the crease brush. So I guess it's a lot more fluffy. Short shadow brush. This one looks like it's going to be a lot of use. It is similar to the smudge brush, but just a bit longer. You're just packing it and you just want it on your lid. You want to be very precise with where you want the color to go. It'll do a really good job. Angled blending brush. I'm not too sure how I'll use this one. I could use it for doing concealer underneath the eye. I think that would be really good because I currently use my fingers, as you would know. And I guess using a brush would be okay. Other than that, it's quite big compared to the eye, so I don't know how that one would go on the eye. This one is a large shadow brush. Now, I would not use this on my eye. I don't know about you guys, but it is very big. Like, it would be double the size of the other shadow brush, and that one's quite big. Next is a foundation brush, and I haven't had one of these flat ones before. Oh my gosh, it's really, really soft, guys. I think I will use one of these for primer because I currently use my fingies, and yeah, a lot of people aren't a fan of them, but I think it would be okay for primer. The next one is a small blush brush. It is flat, which I don't think I'm that much of a fan of, but it is quite dense. It's so soft. It's really, really nice and soft. Looks like it would be a small blush brush. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. This one here is a large angled blush brush. I have not used an angled blush brush before, so it'll be interesting to see if this one applies it any better. Some people swear by them. Again, it's flat. I don't know how I feel about that. They're really, really soft. We've got a highlight and contour brush here, which I've never seen one of these brushes before. It is round and thick and dense and stiff, and it is flat on the top with an angle. I don't know how this one will go, but yeah. I like the fact that this one is round. I wish the other ones were. And then a duo fiber stippling brush. I don't have one of these. Pretty self-explanatory. It feels so soft. I really hope I like this brush because I've heard so many good things about like this type of brush. So I'm really excited to give it a go. Then we have a powder brush. Now this one is round, thank God. This one I guess you could use for blush, you could use for powder. Oh, it's really soft just going like that. Feels so nice. It's nice and big, and yeah, that one's cool. And last but not least, the fan brush. I haven't used one of these big ones before. I've typically only had one of these little guys before, and I love it when you see people apply their highlighter and just, you know, they're so fancy, aren't they? They're ridiculous. I think they're kind of cool. Yeah, that's really cool to have one of these finally. Yeah, it is quite dense. Looking at that, I like this one. So of course, before I use my brushes, I will wash them all. I can see by looking at them, some of them had little hairs coming out already. So I want to make sure that they are all washed and clean before I use them on my face. It's always best to be safe and wash them. I just wash mine with baby shampoo. So I just wash them and mesh them on my hand and then rinse them and leave them to dry. I will quickly mention my 24-piece brush set. It comes in this patent pleather case with this crocodile print with these little wraparound thingies. Essentially, it does have a lot of the same brushes as the 36-piece. It just comes like this with the different flaps. With all the brushes, they do come with a black handle and then the black bristles. They are all synthetic as well. So a lot of the brushes are very similar to the other one, but I just wanted brushes. I might save these ones to use on other people if I want to do their makeup. I just think you can never have too many brushes, and if I was going to do something, I may as well just get all these brushes at once. $80 for like 60 brushes, like you could, I don't know where else you could do that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I put out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, Australia days. You can also follow me on Instagram, Capella Glam, and I will see you again on Wednesday. Bye!